Do you know how dream dictionaries really work? You are probably familiar with the trivial explanation that barely touches the surface. However, I'm absolutely sure that you're not familiar with the true, simple, yet astounding mechanism that has mesmerized millions of people across the world. Moreover, I'm willing to bet that by the end of this video, you will think of using a dream dictionary if you've never used one before. I'm going to go a step further and bet that if you're using one now, you'll think about never using it again by the end of this video. That's how powerful the dream dictionary effect is. My eyes have been open about it for almost 10 years, and I'd like to tell you that I'm the first who discovered the dream dictionary effect, but I refuse to believe that no one else saw the obvious. I'm not as arrogant as to say that I'm the only one who has connected the dots in the last 4,000 years. I am, however, the one who named it the Dream Dictionary Effect. You see, I'm an innovator. I need words to talk about ideas, and I prefer to use the right word for the right concept. If a word does not exist to describe an idea, it falls upon me to create one. In this case, everything was so simple and obvious, yet nobody talked about it. It was hiding in plain sight. It was right there, yet nobody could focus on it, single it out, or even name it. So I had to name it in such a way that everybody who knew about it would know what I was referring to, and everybody who didn't know about it would be immediately curious to find out what it was exactly about. That's why I named it the Dream Dictionary Effect. I'm sure you all know what a Dream Dictionary is, but I bet right now you're like, what was that? Dream Dictionary Effect? Well, let me tell you how I first discovered it. Back then, I knew what a dream dictionary was, but I never gave it much credit. To me, dream dictionaries were both a food trap and superstition. They were astrology for dreamers. Did we all dream the same dreams? And even if we did, how could my dream about a dog mean the same thing as your dream about a dog? And why did all dreamers swear by their dream dictionaries as the best out there? Each dream dictionary gives virtually different meanings to specific symbols. They can be all right about the interpretations, right? My opinion was a bit narrow-minded, I admit, but dream dictionaries were probably the only topic about dreams that I felt skeptical about. Back then, I had already read everything the scientific community had to say about dreams, from Aristotle to Freud and Jung. I didn't stop there though. I studied what religion had to say about dreams, shamans, occultists, and even lucid dreamers. You see, long before I was an innovator, I was a dreamer, and dreaming was the most special thing about me. My dreams had shown me the future more times than I could count, but they have done a lot more than that. They would motivate me when I wanted to give up, and they would give me faith when I no longer believed. Most importantly, they would wake me up whenever I was sleeping through my life. I've always wanted to know more about dreams. That's why when I came across a copy of Onero Critica by Artemidoros, I decided to give it a chance. After all, it was the oldest existing dream interpretation book. It was written almost 2000 years ago. Besides, it was heavily discounted at my local book market. After the grandiose introduction by Artemidoros, I immediately got bored with the book. You know how dream dictionaries are? Most of them feel like a phone book, lots of entries and no action whatsoever. Still, a few nights later I couldn't sleep, so I gave it a second chance. It sure beats counting sheep, I thought. So I finished the first out of 5 books. It wasn't that bad, to be honest. Artemidoros is a master of dead jokes, and I managed to get most of them thanks to the copious amounts of footnotes and endnotes by the editor, who was an expert in classical history and ancient Greek. It was actually quite interesting if you like history. A few weeks later, I had a meeting with an acquaintance of mine. We spoke about work, and when he learned I was a writer, he offered to introduce me to successful friends of his whose work I deeply admired. The moment he offered it, I experienced déjà vu, and I remembered my dream from the morning. In the dream, my acquaintance was telling me how exceptionally beautiful my nose was. Now keep in mind, this is not something I have ever heard in real life, and I sincerely doubt that even Brad Pitt has people telling him how exceptionally beautiful his nose is. It's just not something you go around telling people. Nonetheless, I had a strange feeling that I'd heard this somewhere before, as outlandish as it sounded. On my way home, I remembered I read this in Unero Critica, the Dream Dictionary. Apparently, to have an exceptionally beautiful nose in your dream means you will meet someone influential. And indeed, my acquaintance turned out to be influential with certain people. He's done it, I thought. Artemidoros has cracked the meaning of dreams. It was like I saw this ancient oneromancer perform some elaborate magical trick, and I was so astonished that my skepticism had completely disappeared. Wait a minute, how did he do it? The more I thought about it, the more obvious it seemed. My dreams have never said my nose was exceptionally beautiful until I read Unero Critica. So it wasn't that Unero Critica knew what my dreams meant. It was the other way around. My dreams used Unero Critica to communicate with me. They used the book like a dictionary to tell me specific things. My dreams could learn and adapt in order to communicate with me. This is the Dream Dictionary effect. Dreams can use dream dictionaries as a vocabulary to communicate with us. So if you want to know something through your dreams, you can define a symbol for them, and then dreams will use the symbol to communicate with you. So the first benefit you get is clarity. You will know what your dreams are telling you. Think about it for a moment. A dream that gives you clear answers to whatever is troubling you. This is amazing. The second benefit, however, is equally astounding. By defining symbols, you can change the very nature of your dreams. Are you a fan of fantasy novels? Fill your dreams dictionary with magic and dragons. Do you like science fiction? Then spaceships and aliens it is. You can define the characters, landscapes, and narratives of your dreams. Going to bed could be more exciting than any video game or IMAX experience. Now, if you're not using a dream dictionary, you're probably thinking about giving it a try. If half of this is true, then it should still be quite beneficial, right? And if you're using a dream dictionary, you know that things don't work exactly the way I described them, right? You see, the existing dream dictionaries are not created with the dream dictionary effect in mind. For thousands of years, people have used dream dictionaries to define what dreams mean. You would dream of something, and then someone would explain what your dream means. That would be a shaman or a priest back then in ancient times, or a psychologist or a website writer nowadays. Basically, people who barely know you tell you what your dreams mean. Moreover, dream dictionaries nowadays are not designed for clarity. You usually have several interpretations for a single symbol, and very often these interpretations are in conflict with each other or not even related. Dream dictionaries today are guesswork at best, and if you're using one, you're probably familiar with all the frustration that comes along with it. That's why I ventured to create an entirely new in concept dream interpretation book, one that fully utilizes the dream dictionary effect and all my knowledge of dreams. I designed it to deliver both clarity of interpretation and amazing experience. And I named it The Dreamer's Guide. I've worked on it for more than 7 years now, and I have experimented a great deal to see what works and doesn't work, and how to best use the Dream Dictionary effect to empower your dreams. Until the Dreamer's Guide is complete, I will share symbol entries with you on my channel. So if you're looking to empower your dreams, you can do so easily with the next episode, when I will introduce you to a spectacular tool for self-reflection. I'll give you a dream symbol that fully benefits from the Dream Dictionary effect. You will get to see the future of dreaming.